He takes the he takes the bags. He puts the lotion on the skin. So I'm with my buddy here, Rojas, JJ, Jose. What do you prefer to be called,
Doctor. We are here in the kitchen, and we're gonna go through the proper steps to make kombucha. This isn't my exact recipe. I'm not gonna give that to you, but I'm gonna give you the proper steps to make your own good quality kombucha at home. That simple.
You have a secret recipe?
I had it.
It was accidentally a secret. He would have given it to you. He's a nice guy. Yeah, he gives us stuff to all of his athletes.
I'm giving you the proper recipes. Sometimes I just wing.
Oh, hello. Oh, that was good. Sorry.
Like certain amounts of sugars, or just to see what it tastes like. But I do have a set specific recipe that I do use.
So, what do we have here?
So we have 3/4 cups of organic cane sugar. It has to be organic cane sugar. It's just what the bacteria seems to respond best to. 7 tea bags or 3 tablespoons of black tea.
Just debag the tea bag.
Doesn't have to be black tea. It's just any quality caffeinated tea. Green tea, oolong tea. I prefer black tea.
Earl Grey. I have a lot of Earl Grey at home. I think that's like one of the most.
Yeah, common. I think the only so black tea is black tea. It's just like Earl Grey or English tea time. It's just they might add some oils to it, right? Like oils, which is fine. So before you start, you should separate 8 cups of water and put it in the fridge.
8 cups.
And then you're gonna boil 4 cups of water. The reason why you're gonna refrigerate the 8 cups of water is because if you wait for the temperature to go down to where it will not kill your bacteria, you'll wait forever. So the cold water will kind of bring the temperature to where it needs to be.
So once again, how many cups of hot water?
4 cups of hot water.
How many cups of cold water?
8 cups of cold water.
And now, we'll see what that's for in a little bit.
What you're gonna also need is 2 cups of starter tea, or just raw plain kombucha, which you could have from your previous batch. So once you make a batch, save that, set aside 2 cups, or just go to the store, buy plain kombucha. Then you have your SCOBY, which is your symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast. Yeah, I used to think SCOBY was like a silly name until I realized what it actually meant, or stood for.
Yeah, and there, I'm sorry, you have this stuff memorized.
I do,
God.
I do. This is my SCOBY hotel because I got lazy and didn't want to make more batches, but this is just raw starter tea, and these are my SCOBYs. This is just big boogers of bacteria and yeast.
And if you have any of these, you can actually give these away.
Items you will need will be either a cheesecloth or a coffee filter to cover it. All right, it'll let it breathe, but it won't allow anything to fall inside your bacteria that will cause bad mold.
And also keeps the bugs out.
Yes, and a rubber band, obviously. And then big mason jars, or what are they called? Brewing vessels. 1 gallon is the ones I have. They have 2 gallons, I just couldn't find any.
Just get the mason jar.
Now, normally when you brew tea, you leave it in only for, I don't know, what is it, 3 minutes to 8 minutes, depending on what tea you use. Black tea, fortunately, does allow you to keep it in a higher temperature for a longer time without turning bitter or burning. You're going to brew your black tea for 15 whole minutes. As far as temperatures go, your actual vessel temperature, once you put everything in there, should be anywhere from 65 to 90 degrees. Anything below that will make your SCOBY or bacteria dormant. Anything above the 90 will kill it. That's why I have the cold water. And you should also have a thermometer in hand, but I've done it enough times to where I can just touch it and feel it. So I have a tortoise as well, so I have to actually be very conscious. Oh, you're going to
throw the tortoise here. What's the name of your tortoise?
Yoda. So I have to be very conscious of temperatures when it comes to liquids. So I kind of
got like the most gangster tattoos, and this tortoise.
Drew myself. While you wait, add your sugar. All right, now it's time to press my tea.
That was 15 minutes.
It's really hot. Pour it in.
So right now we have the hot tea out in the vessel. You can't put the SCOBY or the starter tea in there, or it'll kill whatever bacteria that you put in the hot water. So this is where the 8 cups of cold water comes in. We're gonna pour it in and balance out that heat. Should have shot this in slow motion, but lukewarm. nice. Then we're both touching it. Ah, that's actually really good. There's definitely a lot of rule of thumb when it comes to these things. After brewing so many batches of these, you can start feeling the glass, and you can eventually just tell. You know. So how much of the starter tea are we putting in there?
Whoosh. 2 cups. 2 cups of the starter tea.
2 cups?
Yeah, 2 cups.
Put all of that in there.
Kind of too, because it's not coming.
You can cut it with scissors, dude.
I can't just pull it too.
Or you can pull it. So hard.
Still a small one.
Sweet. You notice all that slimy stuff coming out? I don't know if you can see that on camera. There's like this weird like mucousy membrane stuff going on. There's a lot of babbling happening.
And there it is. This is good to go in your closet now.
In the
closet. Let it ferment for 10 days. You'll see that the tea will get a little bit more lighter or clear, I guess is the word. Kind of towards this color. And it's just the bacteria and the yeast working together to eat the stuff inside the tea.
10 days.
10 days.
10 days in the dark, because if you leave it out, it will grow mold.
Yes. Actually, well, sun rays, yeah, that too. But if it gets like direct light from the sun, the rays from the sun will actually kill your SCOBY. Yeah. It's like vampires, actually, if you think about it.
The vampire drink. Weird. Awkward.
So let's go over what the next steps are after you ferment this, which I'm not going to do now, obviously. You need to wait 10 days, but it will be your second fermentation. So that's the bottling and flavoring of your kombucha. You're going to use a flip top bottle, one that's thick, so used for beer or any kind of other ales, ginger ales, or kombucha. Because if not, it's going to explode during fermentation. These are 24 ounces. You typically get 16 ounce ones. So for every 16 ounces, you need a minimum of 1/4 cup of sugar, or sugar source, which would be, in this case, fruit, honey, just pureed fruit to flavor your kombucha. The minimum is 1/4 cup. You can use much more than that. I definitely do. I use about 1/2 cup for one of these just because I like the flavor, and it's delicious. Though, when you put these away, make sure they stay sealed. You don't have to burp them unless you have a cheap one, because then it will explode. It will create a lot of carbonation. It'll go down like beer or like ginger ale. Now,
so talk to me what burping is, real quick.
Burping is just doing this. You let the pressure out so it won't explode.
I actually like the pressure to collect in there.
Yes.
Also for the containers, do you agree that don't use ones? If you reuse like bottles, a lot of them that you buy from Amazon have like a metal cap. I don't really like those because we don't know how like whatever is it, the yeast or something. There's a reaction with the metal. So the irons.
To the ions of the metal.
The ions, Mr. Science. There's a reaction when it comes to metal caps. So try to stick to what is it? Plastic.
Silicone and plastic.
Silicone and plastic caps. Nice. And then. So, serving it. You have an option. You can strain it, or you can not. When you don't strain it, there's a lot of like mucusy stuff. It's like little baby SCOBYs in there. I like it. It tastes good, unless it has like those giant ginger chunks.
This is mostly just berry pulp.
I'm drinking this. You're not having any of this.
Go ahead.
This is his. With his old secret tea.
It's disgusting. No.
Oh. It's not as fizzy.
No, probably not, because I probably already opened it a couple times to drink from it.
Yeah. I can probably like kill one of those in one sitting.
Yeah, me too. Try not to though.
Wait, so it's like too much probiotic bad for you?
Better with multiple SCOBYs inside the. I'm not really sure why actually. I haven't looked into it.
Yeah, we're gonna cut this out because you were supposed to be sure of something and then you're not.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Oh, those are Crocs. Those are nice.
Yeah, they're super comfortable.
Yeah, nice. I fucking love Crocs.
Really
I got some for Christmas, dude.
Yeah, me too.
What?
I got 2 pairs. I got this.
Oh, damn! Now you're showing off. I only got 1 pair, but mine are Disney.
Because I kept asking for these. They're so comfortable.
Yeah. Let's turn this off.